Hi guys, I am back with another deck to share with you. It's called the Sacred Power Reading Cards, Transformative Guidance for Your Life Journey by Anna Stark. This is one of those decks that's actually been out for quite a while, but I have been trying to get my hands on a copy, but it's been out of stock. And so it finally came into stock and it's here with me now. And I decided I would really like to share it with you. I'm trying to share all the different card decks with you. I'm right now going through my oracles. Eventually I will go through my tarot cards as well. This particular deck is produced by Rockpool Publishing. Comes in a very solid box with a magnetic flap, so it keeps the cards well protected. It's a 36 card deck. You know, it also comes with a book. It's for self-empowerment and healing by delving into the sacred symbols, totem animals, and the spiritual realms. So, it gives you a few examples of cards, but I have seen this on YouTube with people reviewing it, and I really just love the images, love the messages, love the meanings. So this is why I got the deck. So hopefully if this inspires some of you, then maybe you go out and get a copy yourself. So let's take a look. So we open it up and look at the box. It's got that sacred mandala in there, sacred geometry. It's just so pretty. Just that picture alone inspires me. Anyways, but here's the book. We'll get into the cards in a moment. So this is the book. It's a pretty big book. It's a guidebook. Same thing, colors for the cards, and just about a page of information for each card for you to give you some reflection and some ways to determine what each card means. Gives you some guidance. So it's it's actually a very nice book. It's very well made. It's glossy, obviously. So gives you obviously the introduction, the acknowledgements, how to use the cards. It gives you some ideas for spreads. And then it goes into the meanings. So this particular book has about 82 pages. 82 pages. So it talks about the illustrator. Lewis Dreyer is a digital artist in the UK. Talks about the author, Anna Stark. It has about her. And it goes into the book. It is a very nice book, very, very durable. It doesn't feel like it's going to break on me. So that's a great book. So let's take a look at the cards. So I'll pull out the cards. All right. I have looked through the cards, so because I couldn't wait. Anyways, here's the back. How pretty that is. That is like an energy symbols, energy card, just glowing and everything. It is, this deck, it's got a gloss finish. The card stock is fairly thin, so it's going to shuffle really well. It does fan very well, so there's no sticking. Everything, you know, it's huge. Again, let me pull my Rider Waite here so you can take a look at it. Look at it, it's big. This is a big oracle deck. So it's definitely a lot bigger than your standard tarot deck. Anyways, let's take a look at the pictures. So we have abundance, and I will try to make sure it doesn't glare because, you know, it is glossy. So here we go. And it's big cards, so I'll keep everything in frame. So abundance. Isn't that pretty? It's like the cornucopia card. Affirmations. I love the chakras. The Kulandini. I don't know how to say that. I can see it in my head. That's pretty with the chakras. Angel assistance. You can see all the sacred geometry in there. Animal kingdom. How pretty that is. Boundaries. Change. Excuse me. Communication. Community. Compassion. Divas. The crystal. It's very much the third eye of the top chakra, the crown. I see some geometry in here as well. It's a very, very full of information card. Divine consciousness. Energy balance. Absolutely love these cards. Exploration. I've stated before that I felt like sometimes I would like stand on an edge, a ledge, and just look out over into an abyss and then contemplate and think about solutions to whatever problems I'm going through. This card really kind of represents that for me. It's just looking for the opportunities, looking, exploring. Freedom. The yin and yang. The opposings, the freedom, the horses, like a Gemini card because they're horses. Oh no, Gemini the pair. But you know, I say that because my sons are actually, they're Gemini and they're both, and they're also horses. So maybe that's why I resonate with this card quite a bit. The yin and yang. Illusion. This kind of reminds me of The Labyrinth with David Bowie, with a Goblin King, and that whole sequence with them running around on these stairs, going upside down and inside out and all this stuff, the illusions. Intimacy. How beautiful that card is. Intuition. Lightning. Manifestation. Medicine. Personal power. Gosh, how pretty is that? I love the white tigers. Protection. The Knight of Swords. Charge. Purification. Water. Water flow. Sometimes when you're meditating, the idea of envisioning water flowing and flowing through you, around you, and taking away all the negative energy and pushing it forward and away from you. It's the purification of your energy. That's what this reminds me of. Ooh, rainbow dragon. How beautiful. Reflection. The moon card in tarot definitely reminds me of this. It's definitely a time to do inner reflection, intuition, turn inwards to look, seek for answers, reflection, rest. It's such a pretty card. I love the colors. Retreat. I find this one interesting, how it looks like this whole picture is framed, that you're just looking out into this idyllic paradise. Sacred wisdom. The cover of the box. The one thing that really drew me to this deck, I love the owl. I love the phases of the moons. Sacred geometry, which is present everywhere. Self-love. This one's so nice. You have this person, self-love, to remember the inner child in you too. So it's not only just loving yourself, but loving who you are, loving the whole part of you, including your inner child. Letting that out to play sometimes. Self-love, self-care. Soul journey. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. I love that. That's amazing. Sound. Sound has energy. What you put out comes back to you. Sound has energy. The source. That's so nice. Transformation. I like this. Whenever I see the death card, I often think of a phoenix, because that's transformation. Because a phoenix, a situation can just die in ashes, or a phoenix will burst into flames and die into ashes, but then be reborn from its ashes. So a new situation arises, something new. From death comes something new, even though it's not physical death. And I sometimes think that the death card can sometimes scare people into thinking it's physical death, but they're not really so fearful when they see a phoenix, because they know a phoenix is reborn. Death sometimes, to many people who don't understand tarot, could end up being that death is permanent, but it's not. It's the same thing. It's like from death, from the end of a situation, begins a new situation. So when you're looking at death cards in tarot work, or any of these types of work, I kind of really like the phoenixes as the symbol. So I really enjoy this. So I enjoy this card. Tree of Life. I love the significance of what a tree of life is. We're all connected. We're all interconnected. Truth. Isn't that nice? Take off your mask. What we present out to the outer world may not be reflecting what's going on internally. And that is happening so often. It's like people will put on a face like everything is fine, but internally we're not fine. And those two are not matching. So when people are like, when you do something, then people are shocked. It's like, we never knew. As well, because you put on a face of what they expect to see of you, but it's not a reflection of how you're feeling internally. So this is a really poignant card on trying to merge the two. You need to have what you feel on the inside match what you're presenting to the world. And that can take a lot of work, because, sometimes what you're feeling on the inside is not all happy, fun, and roses. Unconditional love. I love this because it really is a parent's love. I mean, this one's showing a mother, but I really do think a parent's love for their children, in most cases, is definitely unconditional love. It is the closest form to the unconditional love that we feel in the universal energies. This is the closest thing that we got to it, is that it doesn't matter what you do in your life. It doesn't matter if you make good choices or bad choices. You are still loved. Your parents still love you, but they will try to help you and help you get through the tough times, or they'll celebrate you with you going through when you succeed in doing things. I believe that this is the closest thing to what the unconditional love is within the universal energies. And this is so true. Understand to love without condition. And that is the end of this deck. I find that this deck is very beautiful. I find the deck is very, very informative. I can't wait to actually work with this deck. Like I said, it's a big deck. It really is. Maybe, when you want to shuffle it, probably do it from the side, because trying to do it like this, I can barely get my hands from one to the other. So I think a really good way to shuffle would be just from this side. It's much more manageable. You can do one full, there it is. Find your personal power. This deck can definitely help you do that. Find your personal power. Look within. Allow your hidden knowledge to come forward. Your personal power. I think that really represents this deck fairly well. It will help you find that. I think it's a good, I'm so happy to actually have this deck. And I hope you guys enjoyed this too. Until next time, we'll see you soon.